Hi folks, we are Sophie and Philippe, two professional chefs and regenerative farmers. Currently we're setting up our second regenerative farm in central Portugal, where we grow food for our local community and share our knowledge both on the land and in the kitchen. On this channel we take you along on the farm's development and we show you how we grow, cook and preserve nutrient-dense, regeneratively grown, delicious food. In a time where the food we're eating is literally killing us, the most powerful and impactful action one could take is to consume nutrient-dense, regeneratively grown, clean food. Let's grow it, let's cook it, let's do it.
We're back! So it's autumn. Our smallest just had her birthday. Thank you for giving us a day off from the video making. Now we're gonna get back into it and I'm gonna go into the garden and make ourselves a delicious lunch with what's in season because I'm feeling a little down. I've got a bit of a sore throat coming on. So let's make some heartwarming autumn food together. As you can tell, I'm really dressed for the indoors. I haven't been working on the farm today. Philippe is out there somewhere doing loads of stuff. I'll get you up to scruff on that in a minute. First, let's pick some veg. Let the games begin. All right, so we have a bit of everything, some bits and bobs. And the truth of the matter is that a lot of times when I have to make lunch, I just get the ingredients that I know are ripe, I put them all down, I look at it, and then I get inspired. So I don't really know where this video is gonna go, but by the end of it, we're gonna have something delicious. And I'm just gonna cook with what I have. So I have a lot of aubergine still. The plants are still giving, it's really incredible. And I've got a few that I harvested last week that I didn't use, so they're looking a bit sad. I wanna get rid of those. I've got a few potatoes. I've got a lot of jalapenos and chilies over here. I've got these beautiful leaves of a Christmas cabbage, which I might use to roll something in, or maybe not, I don't know yet. And then I have a bit of minced meat in the fridge that I'm going to use. Let's get cooking. When I am unsure as to what I want to cook, I always just start by peeling a lot of onions and garlic. I almost always use these two in my cooking, so this little task gives me some time to concoct up a menu. The Portuguese cabbage leaves inspired me with their huge size to use them as some sort of wrap, and I really felt like eating something warm and filling, so I quickly decided on beefy farm cigars and a red lentil stew. This video will show you each individual component from start to finish consecutively. But I of course was cooking these all simultaneously to get them out on the lunch table at the same time. I started off with the blanching of the Christmas cabbage leaves for about 3 minutes each in heavily salted boiling water. I did not chill them in cool water after, as they are really thick and do not run the risk of overcooking once you take them out of the boiling water. Then I sliced up about 5 medium-sized waxy potatoes for some delicious parsley and garlic match fries I wanted to make. These need a little time in cool water to extract the starch, so it was good to get that out of the way. Once these julienne potatoes were popped into their cool water and set aside, I moved on to one of my favorite ways to prepare eggplant. It's sort of a salad, and it's possible to serve cold and make in advance, and it's just really easy to make. Just roast aubergine wedges, drizzled with a little olive oil, skinned down on 180 degrees Celsius or 360 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 to 40 minutes. Once they are fully cooked and have some color, you remove them from the oven and let them cool down. Then gather some fresh herbs from your garden. I used parsley, but coriander, mint or basil would also have worked here. Then in a pestle and mortar, pour a generous handful of cashew nuts and pound them together with some salt until they become very fine. Then add the herbs and pound until they are completely broken down as well. Now add some olive oil and some tangerine juice and combine until you have a creamy sauce for your aubergines. Combine the sauce with the roasted wedges and voila, they are ready to serve. You can so easily save these for later, just pop them in the fridge and you can serve them all week long. Next up is a heartwarming red lentil stew with very little ingredients. In a generous amount of chicken fat, also called schmaltz, fry about 2 medium onions, finely diced until they are golden. If you do not have chicken fat, you could use ghee or olive oil here. Then add in about 5 cloves of minced garlic and give it another 2 minutes. Once everything is golden, add in 1 heaped teaspoon of turmeric powder. Toss it around again and then add another heaped teaspoon of shawarma mix. You can find a recipe for a shawarma spice mix on the website. I'll leave the link below. Toast the spices for a minute and then pour in 2 cups of red lentils. You can rinse these beforehand, I usually don't take the time. Fry these off with the spices for at least another 3 minutes and then add a pinch of salt and cover with 6 cups of water. This stew needs to simmer slowly for at least 40 minutes, whilst giving it the occasional stir. By the time the lentils are cooked and most of the liquid has disappeared, pour in 100 milliliters of thick cream, perhaps a dash of water, and bring it to your desired consistency, which should be a thick, creamy, porridge-like liquid. Phew, delicious. It took me a while to come up with the name Farm Cigars, but these meaty beauties were a true pleasure to make and to eat. In about 400 grams of minced beef, I added 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked paprika powder and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. After mixing this farce, French for meat filling, really well, I moved on to the shaping of the cigars. This is done by cutting out the nerve of the blanched cabbage leaves and then slicing little parcels that are about 4 centimeters wide and 7 centimeters long. That is just under 2 by 3 inches, my dearest imperial peeps. Quick note, you could also use other types of brassica leaves here, such as broccoli leaves, cauliflower leaves, kale leaves, etc. Then simply place the meat alongside the short end and roll them like cigars. Once they are all shaped, you can now move on to the frying of them in a cast iron pan. And you guessed it, some more schmaltz. We really love our animal fat on the farm as we produce it ourselves, and pastured raised animal fat offers a nutrient-rich and chemical-free cooking medium packed with essential vitamins and flavor. So don't feel bad about animal fat, guys, those days are over. We are out of that low-fat era, as we now know monosaturated seed oils are not necessarily healthier. Next up, a spicy stir fry, Portuguese style. Remember those nerves we cut out of the cabbage leaves? We are using those in our next dish. Just peel the tougher outer skin off and slice them in half-centimeter slices. For stir fries, I sometimes take the opportunity to use the smaller garlic cloves that are hard to peel, and I pound them in the pestle and mortar with skin and all. Then I added about 5 red jalapeno peppers, sliced in half, and I bashed that roughly for another 30 seconds. I do not want a paste here, I just want roughly bruised garlic and chilies. Next up, dice 2 small peeled potatoes into even small dices. Also slice up another 2 medium onions, and then move on to the wok. Heat up a generous amount of schmaltz, lard will also do, and start by frying off your potatoes until golden. Then take your garlic and chilies and add those in. Toss around on a very high heat. You're probably gonna start coughing here due to the chili in the air, but that's what we like it spicy. Now, just before that, add in your onions, give that a few more minutes, and then lastly, but not leastly, the sliced cabbage nerves. These don't need any color, they just need to warm through. Season with some salt and voila, ready to serve. Move it into the serving bowl and preferably serve it piping hot. This dish is crunchy, spicy, and deliciously fatty all at the same time. This next dish I ate for the first time in Argentina and it blew my mind. It's the combo of the fried garlic and parsley with the crunchy fries that is a match made in heaven. In a generous amount of high oleic sunflower oil and a little chicken fat, start off by batch frying your matchstick potatoes. Fry them until they are just golden and the oil no longer sizzles. That is when they are crisp. While they are frying, chop up a big amount of flat leaf parsley and garlic. Mince it really finely. A palmful of each. Minutes before removing the last batch of fries, toss in the parsley and garlic and let it fry for about 2 minutes more. Remove from the oil and toss to remove excess oil, sprinkle with salt and serve hot. Delicious. No, I mean, seriously delicious. Of course, no meal is complete without a fresh salad, so we just like to rinse our salad thoroughly, chop it into fine slivers. This is the truly Portuguese way. Add some sliced onions, olive oil, lemon juice and salt. Voila, a quick boost of fresh crispiness added to your lunch. Philippe and I were home alone today and the weather is getting quite bad. But I love eating outdoors, so Philippe pulled himself together and did me the favor of still eating outside. Fall is really here and it has been sort of nice getting back into that nesting vibe.
That was a very delicious lunch and it was plenty because we had it for dinner with the kids and then also for lunch the next day. So if you're inspired, go check out the full recipes. They're up on our website and I will leave the link below. Another little tidbit of information, this month on the 23rd and the 24th, we are hosting our final 2-day regenerative gardening course of the year. So don't miss out. If you still want to join us, there's some spots available. Go check out our website. There are the testimonials from our previous students. If you want to grow regeneratively grown food, this is the course for you. And also, last but not least, sign up for the newsletter. Something exciting coming before the end of the year. I'm telling you, guys, sign up. All right, see you on the next one. The Farming Chefs, peace out.